What's up, everybody, and welcome back to The Perfect Walk. My name's Clint, and we are in the small town of Cynthiana, Kentucky. So join me for another in a long and continuing series of small town Kentucky walks. Look, I didn't lie. It's Cynthiana. I should get a little thumbnail picture right here. This is beautiful. Yeah. Let me show you. As I came into town, we went over a little river or creek or something. Let's go take a peek, see if I can show you. The bridge was right down this way. I don't know a ton about Cynthiana. I'll share what I do know. And those of you from Cynthiana or who know more than me about Cynthiana can fill in the cracks in my knowledge, the missing bits. You can tell all the rest of the viewers. I am shooting this walk on my iPhone 16 Pro in action mode. So we should see a minimal amount of bouncy funkiness. Pretty old building. So Cynthiana is north of Georgetown, Kentucky. And I believe we're in Harrison County. So Georgetown is Scott County. I think Cynthiana is Harrison County. You can see the bridge here that I was talking about. And I do have a walk sign, so I will go. Little seating area right here in front of the local Papa John's. Waterworks, Abdallah Park Road. I guess this is Abdallah Park. Or Abdallah Park is down the road. But let's check out here. There's a little sidewalk on the bridge. Let's check out this little river. The John Hunt Morgan. Oh, that's a Confederate cavalry leader. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to look up what this river is. I don't think it's the Kentucky River. Is that a turtle down there? Yep. So poof, there you go. We get to see a turtle to start the walk. But let's go check out the town. Famous people from Cynthiana. I see Joe B. Hall, a basketball coach, and over there it says Alicia Whitaker, author. This is Main Street, so that seems like as good a place as any to start getting to know a small town. This isn't a large town, so I don't think it's going to be a gigantic walk in terms of time spent. But as always, thanks for joining the channel. Subscribe if you're new here. And if you're interested in other small town walks, both in Kentucky and around the world. Look, what's up? Then you can subscribe. New walks every single week. faux show. Looks like there's a little park across the street over here, Burden Main Street Park. Some seating. It's under the Cynthiana mural over there. I've driven through here one other time. Oh, it looks like there's a pavilion too. I missed that earlier for some live music. Yeah, I've been here one other time, but I just drove through. I didn't even get out of my car. Forget, I was on my way to somewhere. That's an old building. Look at that facade. The National Bank of Cynthiana is now a Mexican restaurant. Okay. Got an old furniture store and a boutique clothing place, Molly B's. But yeah, National Bank of Cynthiana, now Capilla Kitchen and Cantina. That's probably a good development. Oh, that's what I was driving through here for before, going to Blue Lick State Park. Yeah, I remember now. We should walk. This is the Courthouse Square, so we should definitely walk around this. Most small towns in Kentucky. Oh, maybe we should go up this street first. Let's do that. We'll cross here, actually. Get some of the sun out of our eyes. There we go. Let's go check what's up this street. But as with a lot of these cool old towns, kind of 50-50 on still full buildings or not. And this one looks very healthy. Multiple streets. Cynthiana kind of reminds me of Paris a little bit. Looks like everything's in good repair. We've got a gym. We've got a church, peddler's mart, a hardware store that's still in business. Oh, the Opera House, the historic Rose Opera House, still there. A quilting store, an antique store, Fibonacci Antiques. Lots of cool stuff. Oh, here's a coffee shop. Cordial. Coffee and curated finds. A coffee and vintage store. That's somebody's dream come true. How about that? Love it. And there's the old Opera House right there. Shaolin martial arts. Huh. A fun tattoo shop. Yeah, it keeps going for blocks. That is actually not usual, not typical. What a fun small town. And goes for a block that way. What do we have down this way? A cheese store? All right, Cynthiana. And a neat little museum. And this looks like the thriving local coffee shop right here. Yeah, cheese store and deli. A couple of beautiful old homes here. Huh. This is the Cynthiana Museum, Harrison County. Oh, look at this. This is the opening of that opera house featuring Anita Stewart. You've never seen Anita Stewart at her greatest until you've seen her as Madge, the whimsical, loving waif from Kentucky Hills. How cool. Hundreds of actors, hundreds of horses? What? That is cool. Fun little bit of history there. Braver than me. Parallel parking, the Suburban. Together is a beautiful place to be, says the coffee shop, and I got to agree. There is a bookstore across the street. Charming. The Sweet Boutique, ice cream, candy, and baked goods. So I thought that life is short, make it sweet. I thought it was a coffee shop, but it looks like it is a bar, coffee shop, sweet store. This looks like the edge of downtown, and then we get into some churches and residential up there. I'm just gonna be doing a downtown walk today. But if you come here, drive around a little bit more. Check what's up. Oh, look at those doors up top there. Must have been balconies on that building before. That would have been a cool sight. I wonder if this was an old hotel. There's the other side of the tracks. Looks like a tobacco company up that way. Pretty darn cool. All right, let's cross here. Also looks like trash day. Oh, look at this. There's a little sign here. All right, so, we can go this way to see the Walking Dead mural. That's right. Dude who invented The Walking Dead is from Cynthiana. Let's go check that out. Cynthiana was founded on the bank of the Licking River in 1793 and named after the two daughters, Cynthia and Anna. Huh. Cool. And I think this is the Walking Dead mural over here. Yep. Frank's Donuts. Ham or spinach quiche. Pretty cool. Yep, that is the Walking Dead mural. How about that? And it looks like a little restaurant down this way. So we'll go ahead and cross here. There's a plaque. Let's go check it out. hometown creator Robert Kirkman and original artist Tony Moore. Yeah, so you can Google those names. All right, I think it's time for us to keep walking and head down to the Courthouse Square. We would have missed all this. I'm glad that I decided to turn up this street. There's a lot going on in Cynthiana. And it's, I forgot to say, only 8:42 a.m. So bright and early here in Cynthiana. Which is, as it turns out, a charming little small town. I wonder if they have a farmer's market on the weekends. And if so, where it is. Because it would be fun to come out here and hit the farmer's market. Yeah, really enjoying this downtown. It seems cared for, invested in, and alive. I'm more than a little sad that I haven't spent any real time down here before. We'll head around downtown here in a big circle. Maybe we'll go this way. This looks like an antique store here. That is a big vase. Jewelry store and another antique store. That looks like City Hall right there. Not sure if current or former. Oh, this is actually a continuation of the other antique store. A lot of government buildings down here. Oh, it looks like there's a mural behind me. Oh, yeah. It's Joe B. Hall, basketball coach. The Sidewalk Subway, a walking tour. So where did we start? We started here. So Main Street Mile, down Walnut. Then the murals are right here. Walking Dead, Hemp, Gothic Wings, Space Wings, Licking River. I don't think we saw all of those wings ones. We'll have to go check. That's one street down from where we were. And then historic churches. Looks like there's some up on the hill like I thought, and then there's some down this way. Okay, neat. There's the Presbyterian church up that way. Let's go check it out. And then we'll loop back and check out the rest of Courthouse Square, and then we'll go find those wing murals. Those are always fun. A lot of effort going into the town. Bianca's restaurant, Beyonce? There's a coffee shop up here. Is it in the church or is it next to the church? I don't know. Oh, here's a cool mural. Look at this. The Maiden City. Cynthia and Anna. So I get it now. So Cynthia and Anna are the maidens, and Maiden City is the nickname of the city. I had to walk across the street to get a picture of that mural. I think that's really cool. And then let's go check out this coffee shop down here. Another big church down on the end of the street there, and here's the library. Totally awesome. Looks like the Main Cup is the name of this coffee shop up here on the left. And it looks like it's not in the church, but maybe in one of the church buildings. Or a historic home next to the church. Yeah, pretty cool. The Main Cup. That's pretty neat. All right, and another cool church down that way. The Catholic Church, St. Edward's. But let's head back down and walk around the square. I keep promising that. There's just a lot to see in this town. Totally appreciate how cool this place is. This is the kind of small town that I would want to live in. Probably the coolest small town for my money in this area is still Danville. It's isolated enough and there's no interstate that it just retains this kind of Galapagos thing where it's a little bit freer of some of the ubiquity. It's got its own personality. But this is pretty good too. It's certainly alive. There's been a lot of traffic for an early morning, and it doesn't just look like commuter traffic to Lexington. Looks like folks living and working and doing their thing in the community. 3 cheers for Cynthiana and Harrison County. It's like a Korean War memorial. This fountain. Ah, yeah, there we go. Robert Kirkman, Walking Dead creator, comic book and television writer. Famous people from Cynthiana. Look at this old house. That might be the oldest one in town. It's a 9/11 memorial. Looks like an actual girder from the World Trade Center right there. Yeah, let's check this out, see what it is. Somebody actually live here? Holy cow. The oldest house in Cynthiana, built in 1790. Henry Clay practiced law in this house? Wow. The first newspaper. This was the Guthrie's Arithmetic, first to be published west of the Alleghenies, was also printed here. Let me cross the street again so you can get a better shot of this house. Built in 1790. It's math time, 1790. So that's 10 years to get to 1800. There's the courthouse, the Justice Center. So 10 years to get to the 1800s, and then 200 more years, and then 25 more years. So 235 years that building has been there. Probably not that back bit over there, but this front bit. Wow. 235 years. My viewers in Europe will laugh about that and say, it's nothing. Bakery down the street was built 500 years ago and been in the same family and all that. But it's for here in Kentucky, that's something special. Well, then it looks like everybody, what is this? Just an old water fountain? Maybe an old gas pump. Boss. I don't know. The verdict is in on Cynthiana. It's a good one. Sometimes I visit these small towns and I do the walks and I say, it's a neat little place, but I probably won't be back again. This little small town makes me want to say, I wonder what it's like on the weekends. I wonder if there's a farmer's market. I wonder what I missed. I gotta go check it out again. So that's what I'll do. I'll do a little bit more research and figure out what else I need to show you about this town, because I very much enjoy it. Cynthiana folks who are here watching this video, nice job. I like your town a lot. Maybe too much of a hidden gem? Get the word out? But I also understand if you want to keep it to yourself a little bit. What a cool place. What a cool, cool place. All right, everybody. I think that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed getting a look at beautiful Cynthiana. Let's do it again sometime. See you soon. Bye for now.